Good morning, my dear children. Today I am here with a new and wonderful story from English Reader, and that is Why Wisdom is Everywhere. Children, please open your English Reader book to page number 30. We're gonna now begin the story. The name of the story is Why Wisdom is Everywhere. Wisdom means knowledge, the quality of being wise. Okay. So this is the story of Anansi. Anansi also means spider in African language. Okay. Anansi is an African folktale character which often takes the shape of a spider and is considered to be the spirit of all knowledge of stories. Now, why is he considered to be the spirit of all knowledge of stories? We'll discover that in this story. These tales are some of the best known amongst the Asante people of Ghana. Alright, tales are stories, either true or fictional. So, the stories of Anansi are the best known stories amongst the people of Ghana. It is very famous. Alright, let us now read on the story. Once upon a time, the sky god named Nyami gave Anansi the spider an unusual gift. It was a pot which had in it all the wisdom of the world. Nyami also instructed Anansi to share the gift of wisdom with everyone in the world. Alright, so what happened? The sky god named Nyami gave Anansi, I told you, the spider, an unusual gift. Now, unusual means something that is not ordinary, an extraordinary, very surprising gift. And that was pot of wisdom. It had in it all the wisdom of the world, all the knowledge, all the ideas and skills of the world. But the sky god also told Anansi to share the gift, of wisdom with everyone in the world. So that was the condition put forward by the sky god to Anansi. Now let's see what he does. The pot was filled with amazing skills and ideas. Anansi looked into the pot and learned something new every day. He was extremely selfish and greedy by nature and hated sharing anything with anyone. He thought, I want to keep all the wisdom in the pot just for me. I will hide it somewhere and not share it with anyone. So see, Anansi, he every day looked into the pot and he learned something new every day. But Anansi was very selfish and greedy by nature. Greedy means one who has excessive desire to have more and more. One who doesn't share anything with anyone. So he did not wanted to share the pot of wisdom. He wanted to keep all the wisdom in the pot just for himself. So he decided to hide it somewhere so that he don't have to share it with anyone. Okay, now let's see what happens. One day, Anansi was looking for a place where he could hide his pot of wisdom. Finally, he decided to hide it at the topmost branch of a very tall tree. He made a strong rope using the vines from the tree. He then used the rope to tie the pot with his body. Anansi placed the pot in front of his stomach and tied it firmly using the rope. Rope is a thick string, okay? So he thought to hide it somewhere deep in the wood where no one will ever find it. So Anansi took the pot and went into the deep woods. He searched high and low for the right place to hide the pot. And finally, he decided to place it to a very tall tree. And then with the help of rope, he tied the pot with his body and put the pot in front of his stomach. He then started climbing the tree very slowly, but was facing a lot of difficulty. The pot was hanging against his stomach and kept bumping against the tree, hurting him in the process. The young son of Anansi was watching him from the bottom of the tree. After a while, his son suggested, "Father, why don't you tie the pot at your back? That way it will not bump against the tree and it will be easier and more comfortable for you to climb up the tree by holding it with your hands." So see what happened when he placed the pot in front of his stomach and started climbing the tree very slowly. He faced a lot of difficulty. The pot kept bumping against the tree. Bumping means hitting. When you place something in front of your stomach and try to climb a tree, what will happen? You will get hurt. It will bump. It will hit you, right? So same thing happened with Anansi, and his son was watching all this from the bottom of the tree. So he suggested his father, instead of placing the pot in front of your stomach, why don't you tie it at your back? He suggested his father. If you tie it at your back, it will not bump against the tree and you can easily climb up the tree by holding it with your hands. So this was the suggestion given by his son. So now let's see if he follows his son's advice. Anansi followed his son's suggestion and found out that it was indeed easier to climb the tree this way. Within no time, he reached the top of the tree. But Anansi was extremely angry. What is the use of owing the pot of wisdom when even a young boy has more common sense than I do? Anansi thought and dropped the pot of wisdom from the top of the tree. So Anansi followed his son's suggestion, and then he realized that yes, it was easier to climb the tree when he tied the pot at his back, and within no time he comfortably reached the top of the tree. But then once he reached there, he got extremely angry when he realized that his son has more common sense than he had. And he thought that what is the use of owning the pot of wisdom? Okay, owning means belonging to itself, okay? When we own something, it belongs to us. So the pot belonged to Anansi, right? But then his son had more common sense than he had. So thinking all this, Anansi dropped the pot of wisdom from the top of the tree in anger. He got extremely angry when he realized the fact that his son had more common sense than he do. So he threw the pot of wisdom from the top of the tree. Alright, now let's see what happens next. The pot fell to the ground and broke into pieces. The gift of wisdom stored inside the pot started flying in different directions. People of the world found the bits and pieces of wisdom scattered everywhere, and they started picking up some for their friends and families. Thus, until this day, no one person has all the wisdom in the world, and all over the world, people share wisdom by exchanging ideas with one another. So, what happened when Anansi dropped the pot of wisdom from the top of the tree? As a result, the pot fell to the ground and broke into pieces. And the wisdom, the ideas, the skills inside the pot started flying in different directions when the pot broke into pieces. People of the world, they found the bits and pieces of wisdom scattered. Scattered means moved in different directions. It was scattered everywhere, and the people of the world, they collected each and every pieces from everywhere. They also picked up some for their friends and families as well. And that is the reason why till today no one has all the wisdom in the world. No one has all the knowledge in the world. People gain knowledge by exchanging ideas with one another. Exchanging means giving something and at the same time receiving another in return. So we exchange our ideas, we exchange our knowledge. No one in the world has all the wisdom. We share our ideas with one another, and in this way we gain knowledge, we gain ideas, and it keeps going this way. Okay, so this was all about in this story. I hope you found it interesting. So now we'll be doing the exercises tomorrow. You'll have to learn the difficult words and the word meanings that has been given. Okay, all right children, thank you for watching.